Ladies and gentlemen, politics is a very interesting game. The Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, William Ruto, is in the United States of America. And the Deputy President is actually crying to American leaders to help stop rigging in this country.
Is the democracy of our nation and whether we truly have the opportunity to make free choices devoid of blackmail, threats, and intimidation. That's a matter that is on the ballot, and that's a matter that many Kenyans, in fact, if you understand a bit of Kiswahili, that's what informs the current push by many Kenyans to say hatupangwingwi, meaning we want to make our choices without being choreographed or chaperoned or blackmailed or intimidated. We are also going to be making choices about our economy and the democratization of our economy. There is a feeling that our economy has been captured and curtailed and brokered and become exclusionist. And that's why our push is that we must democratize our economy, make it inclusive, bring everybody on board, and ensure that nobody is left behind. We are looking forward to the partnership of friends and people of goodwill, and America has always been a partner and a friend and has stood with us during the good and the bad times, always in Kenya. And together with other members of the international community, we are looking forward to working together in that endeavor.
Why is William Ruto crying about rigging in this country? Anybody who has been following the politics of this country very closely, Raila Odinga has always claimed that his victory has always been stolen. But one man, William Ruto, has always insisted that there is no way elections can be stolen in this country. You and me know so well that in 2007, Raila Odinga's victory was stolen in broad daylight. And again, those who are here in 2017 and in 2013 and 2017 will also appreciate that the election in 2013 and 17 were actually rigged through electronic systems. But William Ruto has always maintained that nobody can rig his elections. And there's an area, personally, I will continue blaming Raila Odinga and even the Deputy President. There has always been the call for electoral reforms to deal with electoral injustices in this country. My expectations was that after the handshake, Raila Odinga was going to focus on that. But he's not focusing on that. Why? Because he believes now he's going to be a beneficiary of the electoral injustices. But let me not get into that. I want to try and focus on William Ruto, why he is crying in the United States of America about election rigging, while this guy has always maintained that no elections can be rigged in this country. I remember at some point, he even claimed that ODM can go ahead and even put Uhuru Odinga as the IBC chairperson, but he will still win. So he had that kind of confidence. What has really changed now?
Nyinyi mkiniona mimi ni mtu ya kunyang'anywa kura.
What has really changed? So in this video today, I want us to look at why William Ruto is making those allegations very far away from the country. But before we do that, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, I want you to take a second or two and click the subscribe button so that next time you produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. Let us go back to the main issue and begin by playing for you the clip of the Deputy President crying to American leaders to help them stop rigging in this country. Listen in very briefly.
Is the democracy of our nation and whether we truly have the opportunity to make free choices devoid of blackmail, threats and intimidation.
Na wanatuambia ya kwamba wanataka kufanya mambo ya IEBC na wanataka kuchagua commissioners wapya wa IEBC. Mimi nataka niseme hivi, sisi hatuna shida na IEBC. Wachaguliwe wale wanachaguliwa kwa IEBC. Sisi tunajua kura inaamuliwa na wananchi pale kwa polling station. Kwa hivyo chairman anaweza kuwa mtu yoyote, commissioner anaweza kuwa mtu yoyote, na sisi tuko tayari, and we have confidence in the institutions of our nation. Kwa hivyo watu wasikuwe na wasiwasi. Nasikia wengine wanasema ati Ruto amechengwa kwa hiyo mambo ya IEBC. Mimi nataka niwaambie hivi, hata wakitaka waweke Uhuru Odinga awe chairman wa IEBC, mimi sina shida, mimi sina problem, kwa sababu mimi najua hawawezi kuamua, wananchi ndio wataamua.
Mwizi ni nani? Mbona mnaongea kwa sauti ndogo? Nataka sikia kwa Amerika. Mwizi ni nani? Mwizi ni nani? Jambo ya pili. Nyinyi mmeona jana ya kwamba watu wamesafiri. Wameenda huko ng'ambo. Wadosi yote wameenda pamoja. Wao wameenda kulia kwa wazungu. Ati wanasema ati kura itaibiwa hapa Kenya. Mimi nimesikia Ruto akisema ya kwamba hata mkiweka Uhuru Odinga kama chairman ya IEBC, mimi nitashinda hii uchaguzi. Sasa bona ameanza kutetemeka. Jambo la pili, amelia kwa wazungu kwa sababu anajua atashindwa. He is preparing ground for violence na kukataa kushindwa. Hiyo tunajua, hiyo tabia yake tangu zamani. Tunataka kuambia Ruto akishindwa afanye nini? Afanye nini? Afanye nini? Haya, wala nitawaita dakika moja.
No, that's the Deputy President. So the question is, why do you think the Deputy President is crying? Is making this appeal to the Americans to help them stop rigging? The truth of the matter is that votes in this country hardly count. In fact, the only reason why Raila Odinga might win is because his supporters will turn out in large numbers. Because finally they believe that Raila Odinga has a chance because there's this perception that he enjoys the support of the system. Without that, majority of Kenyans, especially those who support Raila Odinga, would not have wasted their time, would not waste their time, I'm telling you, to go out there and vote, because they believe even if they voted the way they want, those votes were not going to count. But why is the Deputy President crying? A man who has always insisted that no rigging took place. In fact, there was a time he was justifying on TV and they even forgot that he was part of the ODM in 2007. Why do you think he is making this appeal? Number one, why he is making those noise? You know, there's always the legitimacy. When you win elections, you need the legitimacy. Uhuru Kenyatta won in quotes in 2017, but he lacked the legitimacy. In fact, the only thing which gave President Ruto Kenyatta the legitimacy is the handshake. So what Ruto intends to do is he wants to delegitimize Raila Odinga's win in 2022. The Deputy President is well aware that the person who is going to be declared by IBC as the next President of the Republic of Kenya is Raila Odinga. But he doesn't want Raila Odinga to enjoy that legitimacy. So that's why he's going outside there. And we're going to see more of William Ruto coming out very strongly against rigging in this country. So that's number one. Number two, William Ruto, in my view, is a very shrewd politician and understands politics. He's been part of the system. So William Ruto has figured out that he's going to be defeated or it's going to not to be, I mean, let me use the right word. He has realized that it's not going to be declared the president of the Republic of Kenya. So what the deputy president is doing by all this is basically he's laying the grounds to reject the results. You know, he's making this appeal while in the United States of America. The first thing which will happen is that the United States of America will be following Kenyan election very closely. And since they'll be following the Kenyan elections very, very closely, it would mean that if William Ruto is not declared, he can say, no, tunaenda street, maandamano. Americans will say, let's talk, because we never expected this country to conduct a free and fair elections. So basically what he's doing is laying the ground so that his team can reject the results on the account that those results were actually stolen. So that's something I know is going to happen. Number 3, William Ruto has been part and parcel of the system. Ruto was with Moi. He saw how Moi railed. William Ruto was with Raila when Raila Odinga's victory was clearly stolen from him. William Ruto was with Uhuru Kenyatta in 2017 and 2013. He played a key role in ensuring that the will of the people were never respected. Those are the realities. So the deputy president has been part and parcel of the system. And this is the first time the deputy president is being locked out of the system. What that means is very simple. That is going into this election as an outsider. And because he has been an insider, he believes that by making noise, the government might actually give in to some demands. Because remember, during Raila Odinga's time, we had the civil society coming in handy. But how is civil society in this country faring today? There's nothing you can write about them. So I think the deputy president has been part of the system and is now being locked out. And therefore, wherever he is, he has this feeling that these guys are going to steal this election. So the only thing we need to do is to make noise. That's number 3. Number 4, and this is true, I think the deputy president is also worried about President Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga's confidence. You know, Raila Odinga has been experiencing, or how can I put it, exhibiting signs of confidence that he's going to win this election. Uhuru Kenyatta is also showing those signs of confidence that they're going to win this election. So the deputy president is seated somewhere and is asking himself several questions. That Uhuru Kenyatta is not doing much, but why is he confident about winning? Why is he confident about winning? So that fear of Uhuru confidence is another reason why the deputy president is making those noise very far away from this country. And number 5, in my view, is that the deputy president wants to now project himself, project his image as a Democrat, as someone who stands for democracy. I've followed the politics of this country for a very long time. Before the handshake, William Ruto never uttered the words democracy. Never. Especially when he was in power. If you know where the deputy president was even called to issue a statement and he talked of the need to respect the rule of law or democracy. Never. The deputy president has never uttered those words. So it means he has not been part and parcel of democracy. But now he wants to portray himself, project his image as a Democrat. And by saying this in a country like America, so these guys will now be keenly following the developments in this country. And they'll be like, Raila Odinga is working with Uhuru Kenyatta to subvert democracy, but Ruto is against it. So Ruto is the one we are going to support because he's pro-people. So the deputy president and his team, in my view, are doing so well by projecting this as a pro-democracy versus anti-democracy. And lastly, William Ruto is keen on justifying street process in advance. So that should anything happen, Should Raila Odinga be declared the president, then people goes to the street. You will say, okay, I warned you guys. I warned you guys. So basically, it's trying to justify street process in advance. I don't know what you think, but that's my take. If you're watching the channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue. Thank you guys for your continued support. Thank you guys, and may you have a good day. Bye-bye.